Hello, everybody. My name is Nemesine, and welcome to The Rim. The game we're playing today is, of course, Rimworld. By far, this is one of my favorite games, like hand down. I can play this game for hours and hours and hours and never get bored, like ever. So the mods that we have installed are all of the vanilla expanded. Literally, if you do not get any other mods, like at all, like the one set of mods I can recommend like hands down is vanilla expanded. They're absolutely fabulous. The quality of them is amazing, and they add so much to the vanilla experience without detracting from the game, especially if you're someone who really likes to play games just vanilla. This just adds on to that, and it's really nice. I don't particularly care for the vanilla experience necessarily, so I do have some other stuff. So I have like alpha animals, alpha biomes. I have different biomes. I have common sense, a lot of quality of life mods installed. So they're quite nice. See, a lot of the vanilla expanded. Actually, I think I have all of them. Um, and I do have like magic in the game, so there are some like spellcasters and stuff. So just a lot of quality of life stuff that makes things nicer and work better. So I already have a save going for this campaign, and it's my favorite scenario, the sealed vault. So we're just gonna load it really quick, and then we'll kind of go over our goals for this playthrough. Essentially, um, it's pretty. All right, so this is Lacey, Laszlo Lacey Vazquez. That's her name. It's just randomly generated. I didn't really give her uh like a name that like I decided. This is her stats, her information. So she's really intelligent. When you're playing the sealed vault scenario, having intelligence is really nice because it helps you get through the doors, which I'll show you in a second. She's an undergrounder, which is another trait. Which is a trait that if you're going to play the sealed vault scenario, I really recommend, because otherwise you'll get cooped up, and you'll get a negative moodlet for being inside for so long. Quick sleeper, and she's neurotic, so she's she's an interesting. They're pretty solid traits. She doesn't have any things that she's incapable of, and so that's really important. Um, Especially if you decide to not awaken your allies right away. You'll be playing with your one character for a while, so making sure they're not incapable of anything is really good. As a child, she was an amateur astronomer, and then as an adult, she was an energy researcher. So this is the vault. So we started in this room, and every vault has similar things to a degree. So they always have like a science area, and what's in that science area varies between, every time you create a new vault. But there's always a gene tailoring pod, and that gene tailoring pod is how you get super soldier powers, which I'll show you in a second. And the problem with the gene tailoring pod is that the chance of death is very high. The thing that negates that chance is a lot of these little attachments. So you have the super nanite injector pump, you have the nanotech retractor, you have the stabilized mucus inducer, the nanite sampler, the super nanite dialyzer. Like all of those things help give a chance for the gene tailoring pod to go well and to give you superpowers. So each one does a little bit something different. So the dialyzer, it helps to reduce the chances of like failing the experiment. You can only have 2 dialyzers, and I'll tell you how to get more, but you can only have 2 and hooked to a singular gene pod. So that's that. So you always have one of those in your base of your sealed vault when you start. Another thing you might or might not have is an ancient hydroponic farm. Now, there's a lot of ancient stuff. So this will never break down. And during solar flares, it works better. So a lot of the ancient stuff are really good to help you out at the start. So there's usually at least one in your vault. There's usually like a bedroom of some kind. It doesn't always look like this, but there's usually a bedroom. There's usually packaged meals. Sometimes there's a freezer area like I have here, and a kitchen area. Not always. It's random. You don't know what you're gonna get. You have a cook station. Now the cook stations are really cool, the ancient ones, because you can both butcher and cook at the station. Normally you have to have like a butcher table and like a stove. With this, it's 2 in 1. Awesome. We love it. It saves on space. It's great. The ancient cooler, it doesn't break down, and you can use it as a freezer, which is what we're doing right now. Let me actually turn this down so that it's actually freezing. And it'll just freeze foods and everything. Usually there's a crate as well. Sometimes it's a small hermetic crate, sometimes it's a large one, and that usually has medicine or more food or something like that. Usually there's an ancient educator, and sometimes there is an ancient foosball table, and that's for recreation. You also have crypto caskets, the sarcophagi. Sometimes I've had a vault where there was like 4 people. I've had it with 2, and sometimes I've had just like 1 other person asleep. Sometimes there's also a medical bed, and this will help like slow down people dying. And there's usually a vitals monitor with it. Usually there's materials kicking around, a lot of ancient stuff. The broadcast station is really important, which we'll get back to. And there's usually a power source somewhere, and it's over here actually, I think. I just had to unlock the doors. Now with the vaults, something that's really cool is that the walls inside the vaults are super tough. So they're really hard to destroy, which makes enemies trying to breach into the vault very difficult. And there's also these doors. Now the doors can be hacked, and what determines the hack progress is your intelligence level. So having a high intelligence, which we do, helps out. So we're just gonna hack the doors. This one was almost done when I, went back out to get the recording started and everything. So we're gonna do that. There's tables, there's ancient heaters, and as you can see, there's a lot of these little, almost like decorations, just to show how old this is. We've been here for a while. Like according to the story of the scenario, we've been here for like 800 plus years, chronologically speaking. So all of these can be broken down, destroyed. They don't give anything back, these little ones, but stuff like this, like the cylinder, the display bank, stuff like that usually gives back maybe steel or like components. It really just depends. And they're all just breakdown. They don't do anything. A station with buttons and levers, they don't do anything. They're just there to make the vault look properly. What are we doing? We're doing rice in that one. Let's do eggplants in this one. So yeah, these are all connected to power. They will, get sewn in, and they grow stuff really fast. So 280. So I'm not sure if the normal hydroponics grow stuff that fast, but this stuff gets grown really fast. Oh, there's stuff here. Also, this is usually something that's also in a vault, is like a little armory. So you usually will have like 2 marine armors and 2 guns of some sort. And in this case, we also have medicine. So we'll send Lacey over here to kind of unlock this. So this broadcast station is something you don't want to touch right away. You don't want to hack it at all, because what it does is it starts a quest where you get the location of another sealed vault. And the thing is that the sealed vaults have lots and lots and lots of good stuff, like tons of good stuff. Usually lots of materials, lots of medicine, more stuff that you can get for the gene tailoring pod to make sure that you have the best chance possible to survive trying to get more superpowers. Usually food. We have like a mending table here, but there's usually a lot more stuff that you want to grab. So I recommend, and it's what we're going to do, is we're going to try to get some herd animals that I can use as pack animals. so that when we go, we immediately are not gonna, you know, leave empty-handed. So we're super soldiers. That's what we are. That's what's the ancient. Sorry, not super soldiers. Well, yes, super soldiers. We're ancient super soldiers, sealed in the vault. And so every character, your character, starts with superpowers. Sometimes they'll have only superpowers and no weaknesses, but usually you will have a weakness. So in this case, we are a loner, and so our recreation will always stay like maxed out if we're by ourselves. Um, so if we need recreation and we don't want to like let her, I don't know, play with the ancient educator or the foosball table, literally just put her in a room by herself, and her recreation will go up. But her weakness is that she's callous. So the description is very long, but essentially she's just a psychopath, like the vanilla psychopath. She really doesn't give a fuck about anything. Like people dying, we don't know her. We don't care. So like it's and she doesn't care. Um so essentially in every vault you have to hack your way out. You have to open these doors and like get out. Now, sometimes depending on the configuration, because the configuration is always different, like even if I were to load up a whole new sealed vault, um everything would be different. It like the whole layout would be different. What we have would be different. It's just, it's random. Now, I don't know if there's like pre-designed vaults and it's just random which one you get. I'd have to look into like the actual mod itself and see. But sometimes I like to leave the locked doors because, as you can see, it has a shit ton of health. It has so much health, which makes it very difficult to break. So I like to leave it instead of putting in doors. The problem is then you have to like go around, but that's not too big an issue. So I'm just gonna speed it up here. Let Lacey get through this door. I'm pretty sure I know what's on the other side, which is a slingshot, which is really nice. And we'll talk about that in a second as soon as we open it and see. Come on. Our progress is almost done. 121. So we have a lot of speed when it comes to doing research. And so because of that. Okay, so we have an ancient slingshot. So the cool thing about this is that we can launch stuff and get stuff back from other like ancient soldiers. That's essentially what it does, and it's kind of cool because like if you have a bunch of animals you don't want, you can load it up. Smoke leaf, psychite. Oh, I can hear animals dying. Any of those like things, you can just kind of send them away, and then they will send like silverback or like items, and it's really cool. So this is the door outside. This leads to the outside, and this leads to the power room. I'm hoping, seeing this power source, that there's a turret on the outside. Now, some of the vaults, depending on which one you get, there will be a turret outside. And once powered, if it's not currently hooked up, once powered, it will shoot enemies, who come by and whatever. It can be destroyed, but it's really nice, and it still works like the other turrets where you have to replace the barrels after so many uses. There we go, that's the word. A carving of faith and a shrine of life. I would give you these things, but that is just not something we're doing right now. Okay, so Lacey, so we're gonna go hack these last two doors. We're gonna do this one and this one, and we're just gonna leave these closed. It's kind of a pain in the ass to have to run all the way around, but honestly, it's just a good stopper, I guess. Eventually we're gonna put doors in here, and that way we just have a door and a door here. How fast are we going? 121. All right, we're going pretty fast. We just got to get out. Now you do have a choice whether you want to pop these open. They're also super soldiers, so they're going to be joining. And they also will have your faith, your ideology. So whether you open them or not, Really depends. But the thing is, and the I guess the hazard is you don't know what superpowers they have, and there's some pretty gnarly ones. Like there's the one that leaves you paralyzed, psychologically paralyzed. So you're downed and can't do anything. You're literally useless until we can remove that weakness, which I think this helps with. Hold on. No, not that one. I think it's this one. It's one of these. Ah, this one right here. The nanotech retractor. It'll allow you to remove weakness operation. That's what you want, and then you can remove the weakness, which is really, really nice. But it's not guaranteed. So what do we have? Oh, fuck yes, we got the best. So this ancient geothermal plant is literally the best power source you can get. The other one type you can get is the ancient chem fuel powered generator. Sometimes you can get both. Sometimes you'll have like two chem fuel generators or two geothermal plants. It really just depends. But this thing fucking trucks, dude. It's so good. So I'm really glad to see it actually. So let me see. What is our power situation here? It's not connected, is it? I can't. It's not connected, so we're gonna have to connect. So we're just gonna come around like that because I can't tell if that's connected. So Lacey, come do this, please. We need steel. Duh. No, come. You've rested enough. Do these. No, stop. Okay, that should put the power connected. Hey, nice too. So as you can see, the whole power grid is on, which is nice. And so this is what you want to be careful of at the start of the vault is that you get your power kind of connected as soon as possible because of your super nanites. Now usually you have like maybe 2 or 3 super nanites, 6. You can have like however many it gives you. But these nanite doses are used to give you superpowers. So if you don't have any, that's bad. And not only do you need the super nanites, but you need a super nanite containment. And that's what protects the super nanites and keeps them stable until you're ready to use them. And they need power for that. So making sure you get your power connected like we just did, and making sure that when you hit the power tab, this is what you see. You see a nice blue connected, everything's connected. We have batteries. We have 5 batteries, which is really nice. Awesome. We'll take it. We'll keep it. So right now, the next thing we can do is we'll pop open the main door. And so this leads out, and it should lead outside, or it'll lead to a small opening and then another door we have to hack and then outside, but it really just depends. But getting these door hacks is really important. I'm really nervous to open this door because then more events are gonna happen, and once those events start, you know, kicking, I don't know what's going to happen. Our storyteller is... Who is our storyteller? Cassandra. We just went with Cassandra. We're really classic here. And we're on like a medium difficulty. It's nothing too crazy. We can still get pretty gnarly, to be honest. Cassandra can still hit pretty hard. The wealthier you become. And as a sealed vault, your wealth is absolutely nutty. Your wealth is crazy. Yeah, it's just nutty. So you're gonna get like people that hit pretty hard. I don't think gear wise we're only wearing a dress, which is nice. Our social impact, it helps with our social impact, but we probably are gonna have to put on one of these. It's an armor. So, okay. What in the hell? I forget which mod this. Vanilla furniture expanded power. Okay. This will give us power, but we don't really need it right now. Huh. Okay. So I was right. There is a little alcove here. Sometimes this happens where you have like little like baby turrets, but not always. Okay, so she's gonna go eat. Okay. And look, you get a ton of packaged survival meals. You are just rolling in survival meals. And like I said, when you go to the next vault, to kind of get all those items, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not sure about this geyser. I'm probably just gonna fill it in, to be honest. I have no need for it, especially not with my geothermal plant and a chem fuel. Like these batteries are gonna fill up super fast. And then we're just not gonna have to worry about it. But let's get the door open so we can have events happen. We're gonna pop the hermetic crates. As you can see, we have food coming. I did not do this, so let's do this right now. We're gonna put this as the food zone, and we're gonna put the priority as important. We're gonna clear all, and then we're gonna have food. And that way, all our food is gonna be stored in here, and it's already, if you look, it's already 30 degrees. So everything that we put in here is gonna freeze, and it's gonna be nice and cold, and that's good. We don't have an actual like stockpile area, but this is probably gonna be where it is. So we're gonna just have these get destroyed like this, and then we're just gonna have the stockpile zone right here. And then we're just gonna make sure that we change it so that no foods go in here, and that's great. And that's where we're gonna have our stuff stored. We also need to break down a lot of the. I like to clear all these out of the way because they just take time to like walk around, and I hate it. Drives me crazy. And then what we'll do is we'll pop in some steel walls or something so that no animals or anything like wanders in, because we really don't need animals or enemies just waltzing right in. If they want to destroy all our stuff, they're gonna have to work for it. Destroying the ancient water filter. I don't think it does anything. I usually just break it down and it gives components, I think, and some good amount of steel. So let's get this open. I don't think we have an outside turret. Sometimes if you have the baby turrets, you don't always have an outside turret, which is fine. But I want to see what our map is, like how it surrounded us, you know? But this is a nice base. This is huge. That's why I recommend like large hills or like a completely flat map. That way you can have a big base, because if you have like the mountainous, sometimes you'll get like the smaller bases. And it's just not as nice. Okay. Damn it. So as you can see, we get their point defense systems. If this was up and operational, it'd be a point defense system. So it could also during like sieges or raids, it'll shoot the drop pods. So if they're gonna drop pods, it would shoot them normally. But obviously, kind of lost out on that. Okay, what do we got for a map? Ooh. Oh, this is nice. We have a lot going for us. We also have like a little like fertile soil here moment so that we can grow some crops, because our hydro basins is going to grow stuff really fast, but we only have 2 of them. And as you can see, this is the space that we have to work with as of right now. We can of course expand and move and create more buildings and stuff. But the like I said, the problem with that is that these walls are so tough. And because we're in like this mountain, like it's gonna be really hard for people to try to get into, like, fight us. Now we are under mountain, as you can see by the dark green, which means insect attacks at times. So let's close this back up. We're not trying to do all this. We're gonna go with a steel wall just for now. I don't know. Lacey, what are you doing? Oh, you're going to bed. That's fine, I guess. We've selected some stuff for her to deconstruct. Well, this is good. This is a really nice map. It'll take a lot. Like, if they come from this way and come directly in, it's still not bad. Because we could also set up turrets out here, you know? And we have a place to fight out here, and then we can fall back. And we have a place to fight here, and we can kind of fall back. But, like, this is really nice. And I can't just, like, cut across. A lot of, like, fertile ground for, like, farming and stuff. What I like to do is to have, like, a little... I don't think it's ethical. But I do like to have, like, a little indoor pen for animals if I'm doing mountain bases. And so, like, a room like this, I would turn into... Oh, let me hit play. Oh, it is playing. I usually, like, turn a room into, like, an indoor area. And so, like, I'll grow the hay grass outside and then just bring it in. And, like, my animals will just stay there. Because animals in Rimworld don't really have any, like, needs beyond, like, food and rest. Like, they don't have, like, mood debuffs, you know? Okay, so we're gonna build this door, build the walls, kind of seal us back in. And then she's gonna come destroy all this. See, they get broken down really fast. This Helexian gas geyser, I haven't used that mod very much. Like the power mod for that, I haven't used very much. So, but we're just gonna fill it in so it's not there. Then we're just gonna go around just deconstructing all of the little boxes and stuff that we don't need. That way we just kind of get rid of the clutter. Now I'm not gonna crack these open because inside of these are chem fuel. So I'm just gonna leave them there for right now. We're gonna delete this, delete this, delete this. I don't know what I'm gonna turn this room into yet, but it's gonna be something. Get rid of this. So you guys can kind of tell me if you guys want in the comments down below. Should we wake up one or both of the homies who are currently in the sarcophagi? And the next episode we can definitely do that. So we're just gonna finish up here. And we're just gonna get all of this stuff broken down. As you can see, some of the bigger stuff is gonna drop steel or like components. Let me do this as well. Storage cylinder and then display bank. You don't need those. What is dying? What is dying? Hello? Oh, I heard it. Oh, it's a cougar killing an alpaca. Sometimes you'll hear that. You'll hear just like a predator killing something and you're just like, what? So there's a jaguar, a panther, a cougar, a cephalopede. What the hell? Oh, there's an insect thing. Right. Malnutrition. Why? But not reproducing. That's great. Interesting. Oh, there's raptor shrimps. These things are friggin' amazing for defense. I'd recommend taming them. I don't know which mod they're from. They're from a vanilla expanded. Alpha animals. They're from alpha animals. They're really nice. 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right, back to Lacey. All right, back to Lacey, back to breaking stuff up. So, yeah, this is gonna go pretty fast. I just wanted to break everything down. That way she's not like trying to dance around stuff. She can just kind of... Oh, she's gonna eat. Okay. A mad koala. That's our first event? A mad koala? Okay, mad koala can stay mad. Mad koala can stay mad. Outside, away from us. We'll also break this down, the water filter. This is what I like to do at the beginning of my sealed vault adventure. Is just to break stuff down that I don't need. We're gonna do these two, this two, this two, this two, this two, and these, and this. That'll be it. We'll be all cleared up and ready to go. Oh, what in the hell? Oh, that's fine. I'm an undergrounder. You can't bother me. Goodbye. So we also want to remove this at some point, but you can't like dismantle it. You have to attack it, which is really annoying. It's really frustrating, but oh hey, construction level 4. Nice. Come on. We just zoom in, we see she's cruising. And then we want to get some lights around the base more, light stuff up so she's not sitting in the dark. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, yep. Okay, so she's gonna put the rice in there. And see, it's frozen, it won't go bad. Getting a freezer set up, regardless of your Rimworld like playthrough, is always so agonizing sometimes. Depending on your start, because if you're like tribal, you have to research electricity first. If you're just like crash landed the normal scenario, then you start with electricity, but you still have to get the stuff together to build the air conditioner in order to like cool down a room. Like we have, where is it? Temperature. So the over the wall cooler, this is what you normally use, and then this, I'm not sure which. Vanilla Furniture Expanded has the air conditioning unit, and it looks like this, which is really nice. But you can actually like put it like as one of the part of the wall, and it won't blow hot air into the room that you don't want cooled. Whereas this, as you can see, one side's red, one side's blue. If you never played Rimworld, the red side is the exhaust, so it will heat up whatever area it's kind of like connected to. So if I were to put it right here, it would heat up this whole space right here, this whole hallway, while cooling the bedroom area, which I don't want, so we're not going to, but it's nice having this because then I don't have to worry about it. It's just gonna output nice cold air. Okay, so we got this and this, and then we just need to pick up, she's gonna go around and pick up all the like steel, hopefully. Oh, sewing area. Okay, we're gonna plant this. So these are 79% grown. The eggplants are growing really fast. Which is nice. She's gonna collect all this. And then we're gonna do the hermetic crates. I was hoping we'd get like an event before like the end of this episode. You know? Guess not. We're gonna do the hermetic crates. We're all cleared up, which is really nice. We're gonna leave the chairs because they're just armchairs and they're really nice. Give that comfort. Foosball. Plenty of stuff. Like, we are prepped and ready for more people. Oh. Oh, it contained nothing. Okay. So we're just gonna deconstruct it now. Oh. You wanna let her eat those. So I have like a stack increase. Normally I think you can only stack a certain amount, but I have a mod that lets you stack like infinitely, I think, the amount of items. So it's just helped to conserve on space, especially when you have like a small storeroom. You don't want to have like 6 piles of steel at like 100 pieces of steel each. Like, you can consolidate all of it into like one stack. That's really nice. But yeah, so let me just get rid of these. Because we have enough chairs. Are you still mad? What's happening here? You're hunting a koala. You're still mad. Like, go to sleep. Oh no, you're dead. That works. All right. So essentially, Galatros wanders. Legends tell of a creature so huge and powerful that entire tribes fled at the sight of it. Such legends were inspired by the Galatros, an immense creature with a ravenous appetite. Perhaps it's somehow related to the elusive Thrumbo? Such questions are probably impossible to answer. Galatros! They look like a giant something. That's the artwork. Throughout every world flow the tale of old, a creature with untold might and an immeasurable height, strength that machines can't copy, power that so-called gods call heresy. Beware, beware, would-be foes. Beware the wrath of the Galatros. Got it. Yeah, they're like the Thrumbos. If you never played this game, Thrumbos are another like mythical creature that normally appear in the vanilla game. And the Thrumbos do a lot of damage. They hurt. So you don't want to fight them unless you are like souped up. Like you need to have like some high tech, fancy, schmancy gear, if you want to fight them, because they hurt a lot. So yeah, so we're kind of set. So my goal right now is to get some additional crops growing. This will be for next episode. But our kind of goal is to get crops growing for like cotton and wine. I really want to try making barrels of wine. I think we're going to need to do research for that. But if it all works out, then we can just, we can use this area right here where the broadcast station is, and we'll turn that into like the wine room, and we'll just have our barrels of wine in there after we use the broadcast station, which we're not doing right now. So this is going to be the wine, and then I want to get like hay and like animals so that we can use the broadcast station so that we can go to the next sealed vault and get a bunch of stuff. So the quest for the sealed vault, just as like a thing to think about as we're going forward with this series, is that in the next sealed vault that we're going to go to kind of take all their stuff, there's going to be another broadcasting station. And so it's like infinitely like chaining. So like you'll hack this broadcasting station, get the location of the sealed vault, we'll go to it, clear it out as much stuff as we can take with us. And then once we leave that location, it's going to disappear. So before we leave there, we have to hack the broadcasting station that's there. And that'll give the location of another sealed vault. And it just keeps going like that. So that's why I said we don't want to touch it right away until we have enough people and enough animals to like haul stuff, because there's a lot of good stuff that I want to take. Primarily like the medicine, the packaged survival meals, and some more bits for my gene tailoring pod. I also want to see some more crypto sleep suspenders, because essentially these slow down wounds so people don't die as fast, you know. And it helps. It just these are really nice. So I want to grab those. And then because we don't have the isolation meme, because we're doing a fluid ideology, unfortunately the soldiers might still attack us who are sleeping there. So yeah, so it's gonna be a little while till we get there. So that's the plan, that's the idea for the next episode. So if you liked what you saw and you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button so you'll get notified when I upload a new video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and then let me know if you guys want to see our friends come out of the crypto sleep casket, or if we should leave them in. That'd be cool. Any tips or tricks for Rimworld if you're a veteran player, love to hear them. We'd like to see that here. And I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully we can get some more like actual events instead of just breaking out. But like, this was just the start. This is the start of something good. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.